In the last part you saw Kaname feeding Yuki his blood, then Zero sees him doing this and points his gun at Kaname, but Yuki comes forward to save Kaname because he is her brother. Now continue. Kaname tells Zero that she is a pure-blood vampire like him, then he walks away with Yuki. When Yuki was little, she lived with her parents, and hugged her brother Kaname. Then one day Kaname's uncle Rito comes there to drink Yuki's pure blood. His parents leave both of them in the room and come out to stop Rito. Then her mother Yuri comes into the room and takes Yuki with her. She brings her to a room. Yuri then sacrifices herself, and casts a spell that turns Yuki into a human. Outside, Kaname's father Haruka tries to stop Rito. Rito attacks Haruka with level E vampires, but Haruka turns them into a creature, and makes them attack Rito. But Rito stabs Haruka in the heart with an anti-vampire sword. Then Kaname comes there to stop Rito, but Haruka disappears in front of him. Kaname then destroys Rito's body with his power, but he will be revived again after a few years. Back in the present, Kaname brings Yuki into a room. Yuki can see Kaname's veins and she licks Kaname's neck, then starts sucking his blood. Tears start forming in Yuki's eyes as she remembers her parents. Kaname hugs her to calm her. Then he walks out, leaving Yuki in the room. Yuki wants to meet Zero, so she comes out of the room. Outside, Yuki meets Ado and Kane, and she asks them to come with her. Yuki starts knocking on Zero's door, but Zero points a gun at the door. Yuki runs away from there without meeting Zero. Ado goes after her, and Yuki starts crying sadly. Meanwhile, Kaname comes into a room where Ichiru is guarding a casket. Kaname orders Ichiru to open the casket. Inside it is Rito's real body. Kaname then takes the sword from Ichiru, and he injures his hand. Due to this, Kaname's pure blood slowly starts flowing into Rito's body. Then Kaname leaves from there. Meanwhile, Toga receives orders from the Hunter Society to kill Zero, but he changes his mind after seeing the principal. Then Zero comes there. He starts losing control of himself, so he asks Toga to kill him. But he brings Zero into a room, and places his gun in front of him and goes away from there. Zero's condition starts worsening. The next day, the principal sends all the day class students to a safe place because Rito's vampire servants are attacking their school. Night class students try to stop them. Yuki tries to save her friend from vampires but gets shocked when she touches the weapon. Ado eliminates the vampires. Then Kaname comes and tells Yuki to stay away from the fight. Ado brings Yuki to her room and then he makes her unconscious. When Yuki regains consciousness, Kaname is in front of her. Kaname tells Yuki to get ready because he is going to take her away from here. But Yuki wants to stay here and help everyone fight. So Ado makes the excuse of going to the bathroom, leaving Yuki alone. Meanwhile, Rito regains consciousness, and Ichiru tries to kill him, but Rito wounds Ichiru instead. Then Ichiru comes to Zero. He picks up the gun from the ground and he shoots Zero on the shoulder. But Ichiru loses a lot of blood and starts dying near Zero. Ichiru asks Zero to suck his blood, then Zero starts sucking his blood. This makes Zero very powerful. Meanwhile, Rito stores a lot of vitamins in his body by sucking the blood of his servants. Yuki comes out of her room, then two vampires come there, whom Yuki tries to use her power but night class kills them. Then they hear gunshots. Toga was alone fighting a group of vampires. Night class comes there and stops the vampires. Then the principal comes there, and with his sword he destroys the entrance of the school. Then he goes to fight that group of vampires alone. After this they come to kill Rito. Rito was sitting on a pile of level E vampires. Night class goes ahead to fight Rito, but Rito binds them with his pure blood power. Then he sends those level E vampires to suck their blood and the night class is unable to stop them from doing so. Rito suddenly grabs Yuki from behind, but Yuki frees herself by using her anti-vampire weapon. Then Yuki scares the level E vampires and they run away from them. Then Rito binds Yuki with his power. Then Zero comes there to save Yuki. Meanwhile, Kaname arrives at the Senate to eliminate the senator who helped Rito revive. The guards approach him and they turn into ashes. Then he meets Senator Ikkyo. Ikkyo throws a bright light and runs away from there through the secret route. Then Ichijo comes there, and he promises Kaname to eliminate his grandfather Ikkyo. Then Kaname comes out and completely destroys the Senate with his power. Meanwhile, Zero begins to lose control of his powers, and he hits the ground hard, sending all the vampires flying into the air. Zero begs Yuki to attack him with her weapon. Yuki delivers a powerful blow to Zero with the weapon. Then Zero picks up the gun from the ground and the gun starts glowing. Then Zero attacks all the vampires with that gun. Rido is also injured in the attack. Then that power clings to Zero's body. But Rido runs away from there, and Zero goes after him. Rido tries to regain his power by sucking blood. Then Kaname reaches there, and Zero also comes there. Kaname attacks Rido by tearing the ground, but Rido jumps into the air. Then Zero attacks Rido with his gun, which completely destroys Rido's body. Then Zero points the gun at Kaname, but Yuki comes there, and Kaname leaves them alone. Zero then hugs Yuki and asks her to suck his blood. Yuki starts crying and starts sucking Zero's blood. Then both of them decide to separate from each other. The next day Yuki packs her things and comes to Kaname. Kaname hugs Yuki lovingly. Then they start leaving the school, and the principal comes to meet her. Then they meet some students from the night class, who decided to follow Kaname. Night class leaves from there and Zero remembers Yuki's memories in his garden of memories. Friends, this story is over now, but more such stories are going to come on the channel, so do not forget to like the video and share it. Thank you for watching the video.